Hi, I'm Daisy, and I grew up in an orphanage run by the scariest nun alive, Sister Magdalene. But it wasn't so bad because I had my best friend Ava and many other kids to play with every day. Sister Magdalene's coming! Yep, that's her, the Queen of Punishments, our not-so-loving guardian. Too late! I saw you! 10 push-ups, all of you! Daisy, you get 20. What? That's not fair! Oh, talking back? Make it 50. She hated me the most, probably because I was the only one who had the gut to call out her shady behavior. Like that one time she gave us a meal fit for ants. Sister Magdalene, our food is really small. We're low on food. That's funny. I saw a whole food truck last night, with men unloading grocery boxes into your silence! But it was too late. The other kids started a riot, and she had to drag out the stash she tried to hide, probably planned to sell. After that, oh, she didn't just dislike me, she declared war. Extra chores, extra punishments, and zero mercy if I sneezed the wrong way. But I refused to let her break me. I held on tightly to my dreams. Dream number 1, visit Disneyland. Dream number 2, become the world's coolest detective. I was already a pro at sniffing out secrets. One time, I helped Ava catch the person who kept leaving stinky socks on her pillow. I got 3 cookies and a standing ovation. But first, I had to leave this orphanage. I just needed one kind family to adopt me. And that was something Sister Magdalene tried to make sure never happened. Every time someone wanted me, she'd scare them off with lies. She talks too much, you'll never sleep. She fights other kids. She led a riot last week. One by one, each couple would change their mind about adopting me. One time her lies failed, she resorted to something more sinister. It happened when I was 16. This nice-looking lady came in seeking to adopt, and she picked me. As usual, Magdalene started with her barrage of lies. Her? Oh no, she eats like a truck, naps like a sloth, and stuff goes missing when she's around. Lies! They're all lies! She even paints disturbing things. I love it! I'm an artist too! You're special, sweetie. Call me Mom. Mommy? I thought it was finally happening. A real home. A real mom. But Magdalene wasn't done ruining my life. Paperwork and all that boring stuff had just been completed, and I was about to leave when Magdalene burst out from the orphanage doors. Stop her! She stole from us! Before I could process it, she stormed over and ripped my bag open. Wads of cash I had never set my eyes on spilled everywhere. Thought you'd sneak out with our money, huh? Told you she steals. I was too mortified at the obvious setup to speak. And just like that, my new mom hightailed it out of there, without me. I cried for hours. Another opportunity to have a family gone. I swear, I'd never steal. Now no one will ever want me. You're not staying here forever. One day, one of us will get out, and we'll come back for the other. Promise? She tied a handmade bracelet around my wrist, a tiny woven thread, but it felt like armor. It became the most important thing I owned, a symbol of the worst day of my life, and the best friend who pulled me out of it. I swore to never take it off, and never stop hoping. But months passed, and no one ever came for us. I started to believe that maybe Magdalene had won, until fate finally remembered me. I was on an errand to get leftovers from a nearby restaurant for the orphanage dogs, when I stumbled into a scene. Mr. Hensley, the kind restaurant owner who sometimes fed us for free, was in trouble. This is outrageous! A cockroach in my meal! I demand compensation or he's getting arrested and shut down!
Sir, you could be facing serious health violation charges.
What? That's impossible! We run a clean kitchen! This must be a mistake! Not my business, but you only noticed the cockroach after you cleaned your plate? Who are you? Just someone with working eyes, and a nose that can smell a scam. Just then, my keen eyes noticed something crawling out of the inspector's shirt pocket. A cockroach! Aha! So that's where it came from. The health inspector tried to defend himself, but the truth was already clear.
You're under arrest for filing a false claim and wasting police time. This appears to be a setup. Sorry for the trouble. You just saved my business. Maybe even my life. You're from the orphanage, right?
Sure am. I thought that was the end of it. I had no idea my kindness would change my life. The next day, Mr. Hensley showed up with his wife at the orphanage. I thought maybe I was in trouble, but instead, Daisy saved my husband yesterday. We're ready to do whatever it takes to adopt her. I caught a glimpse of Sister Magdalene clenching her jaw, her face tight with fury. I knew right away that this adoption plan was doomed. She told them I was a sleepwalker, allergic to pets, that I once bit a kid, said I talked too much, caused trouble, always finding fault. All lies. I didn't even bother defending myself, but to my shock, they didn't care.
We still want her. Her courage deeply moved us.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, I got adopted. A room all to myself. No more sharing with 100 other kids. Just as I was happily enjoying this newfound joy, I was suddenly startled by a strange young man right in front of me.
So, You're the charity case they brought home.
Nice to meet you.
Apparently, they left out the fact that I never agreed to this adoption. So maybe watch your back.
Yes, they mentioned having a son my age. What they didn't mention was that he had the attitude of a grumpy old lady. 2 weeks in, and I realized grumpy old lady didn't even begin to describe Derek. His parents, my new parents, were amazing, but he was the devil in a teenager's body. He set up pranks to make me quit staying here. From pouring dye in my shampoo to turn my hair pink, to hiding a frog in my food, and even gluing the doorknob to my hand. Did he really think those childish tricks would make me give up? Especially after everything I've been through to get this chance? I thought I could handle the antics of one rebellious boy, but then things started going too far, and I couldn't take it anymore. Our parents were working all night at the restaurant, and I was home alone with a total jerk, trying to focus on my entrance exams, until he decided to cause trouble.
What kind of crap are you reading?
Give me that!
Or what?
I stretched out my hand to get in, and in turn, Derek pulled off my friendship bracelet. Give me my bracelet back!
Oh, is the bracelet more important than the book?
Give it back to me!
It's too late.
And just like that, Derek tore my bracelet apart. You had no right! That was the only thing I had of my friend!
Go back to her. She must be dying without you.
I was more ready to knock out a tooth or two to teach him some manners. Get ready to eat porridge for a year! But just as I was about to land my punch, our parents rushed in.
Daisy, Derek, enough! You see what you adopted? She's violent!
He destroyed my bracelet! It meant the world to me! Derek suddenly turned away, not saying another word. His back was shrouded in sadness. I'm the one who's being bullied, not him!
Daisy, calm down. I'll go talk to him.
Injustice struck me once again, and I couldn't hold back any longer as tears began to flow.
There's something you should know about Derek. We should have told you earlier.
What? That he's the devil's apprentice?
No, sweetheart. He had a sister, Emily. She meant everything to him. They were inseparable. She passed away 2 years ago, and when we talked about adopting you, he accused us of trying to replace her. Oh my God! He's not angry at you. He's scared. Scared to let anyone in. Scared to forget her.
Derek's tantrums finally made sense, but he had everything wrong. Later that evening, he came by to mutter some half-hearted apology for the bracelet. I'm not trying to replace your sister, Derek. I know I couldn't if I tried. I just want maybe a small room in your heart. He didn't say anything then, but that was the last time he ever pulled one of his stunts on me. And yet, like a never-ending soap opera, trouble burst out from another direction.
Another allegation of rats in my kitchen. False again! But this time they're shutting down the restaurant.
First it was cockroaches, now rats. Someone had it out for our family, and it was working. Bad reviews kept rolling in. Customers disappeared. Bills stacked up. Eviction letters followed. We were one step away from losing everything. We have to find out who's framing you. I've solved tough mysteries at the orphanage. Just give me the green light.
Daisy, this is not some missing cat case. It could get dangerous.
They told me not to worry, but I couldn't sit by and watch my new family fall apart. I had a hunch who was behind it all. It was time for a little Detective Daisy action. But I couldn't do it alone. I needed someone to team up with me for this plan. I need your help. Remember the guy who accused Dad of putting a cockroach in the rice? I think he's behind all of this.
The health inspector?
Exactly. He planted that roach, and now I think he's back for round 2. We need to confront him.
All right, I'm in. But this doesn't make us friends.
Fine by me. First, we track him down, find out what he's really up to, and then we expose him. And just like that, we sprang into action. Derek was all over his laptop, typing like mad, hunting down any lead he could find. The moment we had something, a few scraps of info and a blurry photo of the shady guy, we hit the streets, determined to uncover the truth. Surprisingly, tracking him down was the easy part, but everything was not as it seemed.
You again? What do you want now? Leave me alone!
We will, right after you admit you've been sabotaging our restaurant. Confess, or we will report you for misconduct.
But I haven't stepped near your restaurant since that day! I swear! Mr. Caldwell is the... Mr. Cardwell?
Who's that?
Dad's rival. Owns the fancy restaurant 2 blocks down.
Perfect. Let's go get him to confess.
Hold up. He's rich. Connected. We need solid proof.
Don't worry. I've got a plan. Next up, Mr. Cardwell's office.
You've been trying to destroy our dad's restaurant. Bad move. You can't just waltz in here and accuse me. What do you even have on me?
We're not guessing. We know. I marched up and slammed a thick stack of documents onto his desk, and we have it all recorded in this folder. Copies of emails, voice notes, receipts tying you to fake complaints, including your little health inspector buddy. And, just so you know, a few officers already know we're here. Try anything funny, you're finished. Mr. Caldwell was sweating bullets at this point. Bingo.
So, what do you want? Money?
We don't want your dirty money. We want you to clear our restaurant's name or we will press charges. We got a recorded confession and a signed document. We spared him jail, but he couldn't escape public disgrace as we streamed his confession live. That night, our whole family sat together to watch Cardwell's confession broadcast on TV.
You saved us. Again.
Just doing what any good daughter would do.
But wait, how and when did you get all that evidence? Emails, recordings, receipts?
I didn't. I was bluffing, but I knew he was guilty. Laughter filled the room as my family watched the evidence I used to catch the criminal. Seeing their long-lost smiles made me feel at peace at last.
Remember that time I messed with you? But seriously, I'm so glad you're my sister.
That was the moment Derek truly accepted me. And somehow, news of our little undercover mission went viral. We even got interviewed on the news, and I took that time to speak out against Sister Magdalene's mistreatment of the kids at the orphanage. Let's be real. No child should have to live in a place that treats them like they're invisible. It's time for change. The entire room burst into applause, cheering me on for having the strength to uncover the dark secrets that had long been buried. Sister Magdalene was investigated and made to offer a public apology.
I'm so ashamed of myself. I'm begging for forgiveness from everyone I hurt. Daisy, if you're listening, I promise I'll change.
And then she was taken away by the police. From that day on, life at the orphanage grew brighter. The children were now cared for by a kind-hearted nun and finally received the love and attention they had been denied for so long. Ava and I remained as close as ever. Every night we'd chat and share the little stories and moments that made up our day. By my 17th birthday, Dad's business was booming again and he threw me a big party. I even got to invite Ava from the orphanage.
You've given us so much, Daisy. For your courage, make a wish. Anything. I'll make it happen.
The first thing that came to my mind was Disneyland, but even though I didn't have my bracelet anymore, I could never forget my promise. I wish for Ava to be adopted. She's been my sister through everything, and I'm not leaving her behind.
Done. You will get that. And a trip to Disneyland as a family.
Wait, what? We're going to Disneyland, Daisy! Finally, my dream had come true. I found a new family who truly loved me, and my best friend had become the sister I always wished for. I couldn't have asked for anything more. We made it, Ava.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go meet some Disney princesses.
I learned that we should never forget who stood by us. Sometimes you put others first, the universe gives back even more.